Hi guys, Misha right here at the Northville Public Library. Thank you guys for joining me for yet another virtual story time. Are you guys ready for today's book? It is Pete the Cat and the 5 Little Ducks. And I know we haven't been together for a long time in person, but today we're going to try sign language. And we're going to learn the word for duck. You guys ready? Put one hand up, take 2 fingers, and pinch it like you have a duck beak. Try it with me. One hand up, pinch your fingers like a little mouth, put it next to your mouth, and move it like a duck beak. Can you make a duck noise? Quack, quack. You got it. Now let's sing our story time song. The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. With big books and small books and short books and long books, the more we read together, the happier we'll be. Thanks for singing with me. Now let's read our book. Pete the Cat and the 5 Little Ducks. Five little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Look at all those ducks. One even has shoes on. Pete the Cat said, "Let's splash and swim." Where do you think the ducks are going to swim in? The pond? But only 4 little ducks jumped in. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means 1 duck stayed behind. 4 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Do you see who else is in the story? There's a frog and a bird. Pete the Cat said, "Let's jump and hop." So now the ducks are gonna hop like a frog. But only 3 little ducks popped up. 1, 2, 3. That means 1 duck stayed behind. 3 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the Cat said, "Let's try the swings." Do you like the swings? But only 2 little ducks flapped their wings. 1, 2. 2 ducks left. 2 little ducks went out to play, with one cool cat leading the way. Pete the Cat said, "Let's run inside." How many ducks do you think are going to run inside with Pete? Let's see. But only 1 little duck came by. And it's still raining. 1 little duck was there to play with one cool cat this rainy day. Pete the Cat said, "It's me and you." But that little duck, he left too. What's going to happen next with Pete? All his ducks are gone. Sad Pete the Cat went out to play, but all of the ducks had gone away. All the ducks are gone, and Pete the Cat put on his raincoat and rain boots. Pete the Cat said, "Hey, what was that?" And the 5 little ducks came running back. Look at all the ducks. Remember our sign language for duck? Let's try it. Quack, 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 quack. All 5 ducks came back to play with Pete. 5 little ducks all yelled, "Hooray!" They made Pete a treat that day. Pete the Cat said, "Let's all have fun." Where do you think all the ducks and Pete are going? There's a boat in the background. And they all played until the day was done. There's Pete with all 5 ducklings on the boat. What adventure do you think they're going on next? I hope you enjoyed the story. Stay tuned for our craft. You might find out that there's something in this picture that's in the craft. What do you think it is? The cat or our duck? Quack, quack. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the story Pete the Cat and the 5 Little Ducks. Now if you have your craft to go bags, now's the time to pull them out. This week in your craft to go bag, you should have a plain paper plate, 1 googly eye, 1 duck cut out with 2 sides, and some blue tissue paper. For today's craft, you will need some glue, either glue stick or the liquid glue, a pair of scissors, and 1 yellow and 1 orange crayon, if you want a yellow duck with an orange beak. If you don't have crayons, you can use markers or colored pencil, paint, whatever you have at home. Once you finish cutting out your duck, either a grown-up or you're just taking your time and going around the duck as best as you can, you're going to, of course, color the duck yellow. My duck is going to be yellow, and I've started a little bit, so take your time, watch me do it first. You can always replay the video after. But I'm also giving my duck an orange beak. There we go. So that's 1 side of my duck. Now I'm going to twist them around, and I'm going to do this side as well. And I'm going to make this side yellow too. And you don't have to make your duck yellow. You can choose a different color. It's up to you. Once you get your whole duck colored yellow, you're going to go back and get your orange crayon and color the beak. There we go. So now we have 2 parts of our duck colored yellow and orange. So once you finish with that, you're going to see these teeny, teensy little black dots on our duck. There's a top row and a bottom row. And as you can see, I didn't color that part. And that's because we're going to fold it. So once you find that line, you're going to take it and fold it like this. And then you're going to take the other side, squeeze and fold at that line, and press. There we go. And now that we've pressed and held our lines, our duck should be able to stand like this. And if you're having trouble, just remember to try and follow those lines as best as you can, and ask a grown-up for help if you need to. So now that we have our duck standing and colored, we're going to put him to the side. Because now we're going to get out our paper plate. And we're going to take our paper plate and our colorful tissue paper, and we're going to glue our tissue paper to our paper plate to make some water so that our duck has a pond to swim in. So you can do the glue any kind of way that makes it easy for you. So I'm just going to put a bunch of glue down on my paper plate. Nice big swirl all over my plate. And then I'm going to take the tissue paper, and there's 2 ways for you to do this part. You can either take the tissue paper and cut it and have little strips and squares and rectangles. They don't have to look the same. You can put them down like that, or you can take your tissue paper and have more fun with it. Rip it into teeny tiny little pieces and glue that down as well. It's up to you. So I'm going to take my square pieces that I cut and I'm going to stick them down to the glue. And if they aren't sticking, just add more glue. I just want to make sure that I'm covering my plate with all the tissue paper. You want your duck to have a nice pond to swim in. Go. It gets pretty sticky. You keep trying your best. I'm going to cover my plate some more. I'm going to tear some pieces, cover my white spots. There we go. Sticky, sticky. It might stick to your fingers a little bit, but that's okay. That's what makes it fun. Keep going. I want to cover my whole plate with nice blue water for my duck. One more piece. There we go. And you're going to keep going until you use all of your tissue paper, or use as much as you want, just so you can cover the plate enough so that your duck looks like he's swimming on water. Now we have our duck, and there's one more piece that we're missing. Our googly eye. Our duck has to have an eye, right? I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of my googly eye, and I'm going to stick them to my duck. And I'm going to pick one side to stick them on and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit of glue and I'm going to stick it right on that white rectangle that we didn't color and where we folded on the lines. Put enough glue there. And now I'm going to press that part, see, into the plate, right on the water. And I'm going to hold it for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure my duck is standing up nice and tall. Let's see what he looks like swimming on the water. So this is my duck all standing up on his little pond of water. I hope you enjoy doing this craft. What should I name my duck? I think I'll name my little ducky Rupert. Quack, quack. See you next time. Bye-bye.